She puts her makeup on and slips on her favorite party dress. She heads out the door ready to have fun like always, but doesn't know what will be her fate by the end of the night. She gets to the party and has one too many drinks. Jessie was raped later that night. Never was Jessie mentally, physically, and emotionally prepared for what happened to her that night. On top of being taken advantage of in every way, Jessie later found out that she was pregnant from this night. With no money, no plans, and what seemed like no other option, Jessie considered abortion. Some women are not even granted the option to have an abortion. As a community, we need to strive to have abortion be legal for women in the U.S. We find that a lot of people have their opinions on abortion but don't know how it feels to be one of those women in their specific situation. Rather than judging these women, how about we take the time to try and understand their predicament? If people are opposed to abortion, what are they doing to help these women who deal with unplanned pregnancy? I have done extensive research on abortion. I have read information on both sides of this issue. I have many sources to support my points that will be stated later on in this speech. During this presentation, I will elaborate on the problem that women are still not treated fairly, the causes to this problem, and some possible solutions. I will first be explaining why women should be given control over their own bodies. In the U.S., women have a long history of not being respected. Options are very limited for women who are denied the option to terminate their pregnancy. Many different issues can stem from not having an abortion. Even to this day, women still do not make as much as men in the workplace. For women to be denied the right to their own body is another setback for women's rights. Procon reports that the U.S. Supreme Court has declared abortion to be a fundamental right guaranteed by the U.S. Constitution. In the Roe v. Wade case, they stated that the Constitution gave a right of privacy. This right of privacy gives coverage to a woman's decision to choose abortion. Narrow pro-choice states that the equality of women is threatened when they are denied the right to choose abortion. How are we to grow as a country if we all aren't granted the same rights? Women who are denied this right can have many issues in their life. The child may have severe disabilities, or a mother who is not physically fit to carry a child can also have major health complications. There are many elements that we don't know that may lead a woman to getting an abortion. A woman can have health, emotional, or physical issues that can factor in them choosing to terminate their pregnancy. They are denied the right to choose abortion and have a lack of other options. Heroic Media states that the number one reason why women choose to abort their child is because they are not yet ready for the lifestyle that comes with raising a baby. Some of these women feel that they have not reached the level of maturity it takes to raise a child. A lot of these young women were raped and caused them to become pregnant. In situations like this, how can you deny a young lady the right to choose to terminate her pregnancy? Action Life tells us that the second most popular reason women choose abortion is because they cannot afford it. They may find out early in the pregnancy that their baby is suffering from extreme abnormalities. We all know that the bills from the doctor will not be cheap. Not many people are prepared to have financial support for an unplanned baby, let alone a baby with disabilities or disease. We must find ways to help women in their situations so that equality can be granted to all women. The problem of increased unplanned pregnancies can be solved in part by making birth control easily available to all women. If abortion laws continue to be strict, we need to be giving these women more resources to help them out. An article written by Nicole Karatas in the Odyssey states that birth control should be covered by all health insurance. A lot of women living in poverty do not even have insurance. Because of this, the risk of them becoming pregnant at a bad time in their life is higher. We can't expect for the amount of unplanned pregnancies to decrease if we aren't offering all women the option to take a contraceptive. She also states that comprehensive sex education in schools will help. 27 states have absent and only education. The students in these schools are not taught about safe sex at all. Some students are not privileged enough to have parental figures to teach them about things like that. If we require all schools to teach about the ways to prevent unwanted pregnancies, I believe that the number of unplanned pregnancies will decrease. In conclusion, abortion laws in the U.S. should be less strict to give every woman the option they may think they do not have. We don't know each individual situation, so we should give broad laws that can suffice for all situations. We also need to be teaching young women about options for preventing pregnancy and giving them full access to those options. In order for us women to grow and have equality throughout the nation, we must support every woman's decision and help them in any way we can. The problem that we face is that women aren't prepared for carrying a baby and choose to terminate their pregnancy. Women should not be denied the right to their own body. And to try and combat the amount of abortions that happen around the U.S., we have to give all women full access to contraceptives and sex education. I want you to remember the true story I told at the beginning of this speech about the young lady who was raped. Remember that you do not know each individual story of the woman who chooses to have an abortion. This goes to show that unfortunate things do happen, and a woman in an unfortunate situation should not be denied the right to forego an abortion. Thank you.